Right. We are doing 10.3. Factoring. Oh, man. Trinomials of the form ax² plus bx plus c. Okay, now notice the difference between yesterday's and today's. Yesterday's in 10.2, it was x² plus bx plus c. The difference is this a. So we kind of did a little bit of this yesterday. What y'all did was when you had a number here, or even, letters, you found what they had in common. Remember, you took out the number or the letter that needed to be taken out. Okay, well, today's different. Today, you're going to have a number here, but there's nothing to take out. You're going to be doing the same thing we did yesterday, but you're going to be dealing with factors for C. How did you get C? And then factors for A. So, and then the combination. So what we did yesterday, by me writing all those factors, 5 times 1, 1 times 5, -5 times -1, -1 times -5. Remember how I listed all of them. The reason is for today. Get y'all ready for today. You're going to have to find all these different combinations to see what works. It is the true trial and error assignment. So today you're going to find all factors for, what is that? That says for. For A and C. So yesterday it was to find all the factors for just C. A was always x² or y² or something like that. You all knew it's x times x. Well, today's going to be different. This is trial and error. Big time. Okay, we're going to jump into examples because it's the same thing, but it's just taking it up a notch. So open up your book to page 418. And I got some good news for you. There's no prime this time.
Well, that's technically not always good news.
Oh, please, Franz, you were furious yesterday when you kept working on one and found out it's prime.
Oh, at least prime.
Shh, just open it. Because everyone's book open. Ariel, I'm still waiting on you.
Hey, that rhymes. No rhyme this time.
There you go. All right, let's look at number 3. Number 3 is 3x². You all are writing this stuff down. Minus 14x plus 8. Okay. Yesterday, and again, our goal is to have the 2 parentheses. That's what our answer is going to look like. We're factoring. Now, if you notice, yesterday when you had a number here, it was really easy. All you had to do was factor it out and then do the work, right? Well, today, if you notice, that's not what we're doing. You can't take a 3 out. There's no letter that can take, or variable that you can take out. So now we got to factor it. Yesterday, it was really easy. We just put x and x here. Not this time. Okay? So what we have to do is we have to write all the factors on how we get 3. That's kind of easy.
1 and 3.
1 and 3. It can be, boys and girls, 3 times 1 or 1 times 3. Now, listen carefully. Yesterday I said include negatives. So -3 times -1 equals a +3, correct? However, no negatives on this side.
Which side?
This side.
Oh,
So I'm going to take my red pen and put a cross through there, or an exit out or something. There cannot be, you can't have a -3, you can't have negatives and negatives here. We're going to stay away from that. Don't do it. Don't do it. Do it right here if you have to have a negative. Okay? New? You know how well I know you? You have a look on your face. Okay. See, this is why I love private school and why I love small classes. Because I can look, even with a mask on, Ariel, I can look at your eyes and know what's on your mind or what you're up to. Most of the time. Not all the time, Keith. All right. What I'm saying is, on this side, this term right here, remember yesterday we could do 3 times 1, 1 times 3, -3 times -1, -1 times -3, blah, 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 right? That's for this term over here. For this term, no negatives. Stick to just the positives. It's always got to be 2 positives. Okay? Does that make more sense? No, it won't be. It won't be. If it does, show me. And then I will very graciously and very easily say, I'm wrong. Okay, I have no problem admitting to being wrong. I'm wrong a lot. Okay, not always. Never. I'm just kidding. Okay, so now that we have chosen our factors over here, we're going to go ahead and start looking at our factors here. Now, with this said, since we only have 2 here to choose from, it truly does not matter at this point which one we're going to use. So I would just choose one of them. Now, I have this rule I go by. I always choose the one without the 1 first. I don't know why. It just doesn't make sense to me to have the 1 here and the 3 here. So I'm going to choose 3x here. And you can say, if you want, 1x here. If you are like, I don't need to have that 1 there, I can just put a regular x there. You're fine. Okay, do y'all see what I did there?
So you have to have the x there because it's x squared.
That's right. Oh, that's good. I didn't say that. Because we have x squared, you also have to include the x here. Y'all understand that? Any questions so far? Ariel, do you have questions? All right, let's go. Miranda, do you have questions? Just kidding. Okay, now let's do 8. Keep in mind, though, we have to find factors that when multiplied give me 8. When added, no longer are we focused on just -14 because, look, when we do FOIL, this 3x is being multiplied by the 1x, but it's also being multiplied by here. So now, whatever I put in this slot right here will also be multiplied by the 3. See where I'm going with this now? This is where it starts getting tricky. So, let's test one. Give me 2 numbers when multiplied, give me 8. Franz.
4 and 2.
So 4 times 2 equals 8. Now, let's put 4 here. Oh, man. Is that going to work? No. Okay, good. Let's put 4 here and 2 here. Now, the question is, he said positive, right? So let's check it. 3x times 1x is 3x squared. 3x times 2 is 6x. 4 times 1x is 4x. 4 times 2 is 8. We combine our like terms, and I get 3x squared plus 10x plus 8. Is that the same as my original problem?
Nope.
All right, so now you see the problem in the trial and error. We have a negative here, guys, and it's 14. So you got to check out your signs. You got to check out your middle number. I see the wheels are turning. You're like, oh my gosh. We have to, this time, do all of them, because then you start playing around to figure out which combination works. So we know that even if I switch these around, it's still not going to work. I'm going to get a whole new answer, in fact. Aren't I? If I put 4 here, that's going to be 3 times 4, which is 12. But again, if we use 2 positives, that's not going to give us a negative. Y'all are going to start finding patterns. If you will have a negative here, what should your factors be? 2 negatives. So let's move away from all the different ways we can get a positive 8 and start looking at how we can get a positive 8 using negatives. So I can do negative 4 times negative 2 equals positive 8. I can do negative 2 times negative 4. What else can I do? And that gives me positive. But guys, we have to switch it because of that 3 being multiplied. We got to try it this way too. Okay. I think that would be it. All right. So that's going to help us with getting negatives, right? Right here. So let's try one. Anyone want to guess one? I mean, this is really trial and error. Franz, which one do you want to try?
The -2 and
This one? All right, let's try it. And again, trial and error. I'm going to do my little parentheses, and y'all are writing this down too. So we're going to do 3x and x here. We're going to do -2 and -4. So let's try it out. 3x times x is 3x squared. 3x times -4 is -12x. And y'all stop me if I mess up. -2 times x is -2x. -2 times -4 is positive 8. Now we combine our like terms. 3x squared minus 14x plus 8. Does that match the original problem?
yes.
He guessed correctly.
Yes.
It's trial and error. So that's your answer. Guys, listen to my words. Yesterday, a little bit easier. You guys, some of y'all like this, some of y'all, it worked and everything. It was like a puzzle. Those of you that get puzzles and everything probably like this, and we're flying through it. Today, yes? Oh, yes, she is. She's ready to go. All right. So, okay, guys, yesterday you could get your answer without checking it. Some of you. I'm going to tell you now, I strongly suggest you take that extra minute or two and test what you have. Because in your brain, bless you, in your brain, it may look right, but when you start checking it, it won't. So please be careful. Check every single one of them. If I come around and you have an answer and it's wrong, today will not go well for you if you did not check it. I want to see on your paper where you checked and it was correct. Y'all hear me say that? I want to see that you checked it Don't be just throwing something down because it looks good. Check it. Chap, you have a question.
Yes. So they will not add up to get the middle number this time.
Oh, well, no, because you're at this right here, and you could have a number here, by the way. Remember, we're only on number 3. They do get tougher. You could have a number here and here.
Right.
So then those are going to be messed with these.
Right.
So that's what I'm saying. It's going to be a lot of trial and error. Close to the end of your assignment, you're going to be having more of these, and you're going to have probably a whole page of trial and error. And you're going to be annoyed. But there are no prime today.
That would be annoying.
Yeah, that would be real annoying. You'd spend 30 minutes trying to figure something out to find out it's prime.
If they don't add up, and then you just do all of them.
Right. So y'all saw yesterday how that can throw you. You thought something was prime and it wasn't, or you thought you had an answer and it was prime.
Bye.
Bye. See you tomorrow. Okay. Okay, shh. I'm teaching. All right, so do we understand what we're doing today? This is what we're doing today. Lots and lots of trial and error. All right, so here's the answer. Let's do another. I actually don't have a ton of examples to do because you work them all pretty much the same. Look at number 5. 3x squared. Oh, good. This is a little bit, this isn't bad. There's only, 2 choices for factors of 3 minus 28. Okay, again, we need to, our end result, we're factoring. Get in the habit of first looking, just because we're doing a totally different section, one of the habits I want you to get into is looking to see if there's anything that can be pulled out. Okay? Because you have a quiz on Friday. You don't know if I'm going to have a problem like yesterday's, where you first have to take out what they have in common and then factor, or if it's going to be like today. But you never know. Even today, there could be something. You never know. So get in the habit of looking at that first. In this case, there's nothing that they all have in common. So we're going to start with the factors of 3. And that's going to be easy. It's just 3 times 1 or 1 times 3. So we can go ahead and put 3x here and x here. And again, the only reason I chose this one is out of habit. Hold on. Let me pause the video. Okay. Oh, and that's fingernail polish. Don't freak out. Okay. So I always just choose this one right here because I just do. Makes sense to me. Now we're going to choose all of the different factors to where we get a negative 28. Now, guys, this is where your knowledge of negatives and positives come into play. Notice the middle number or term is a positive. To be able to get a negative digit here, one's going to have to be positive, one's going to have to be negative, right? What should the bigger number probably be? Quite possibly. It's not going to be 100% because, again, we're also dealing with this 3. But what we want is the larger digit to be positive so that this, when subtracted, is a positive. All right, let's start doing all the different factors. Y'all start telling them to me. Yeah, negative 7 times. It doesn't matter. You could put the 4 here and the 7 here. Don't just give it away. Okay, negative 7 times positive 4 can give negative 28. Negative 4 times positive 7 can give a negative 28. We can even have positive 4 on this side and negative 7 on that side. We can have a positive 7 on this side and a negative 4 on that side. Franz, you're writing this down. Do y'all see where I'm doing with this? We could have a negative 14 times positive 2. We can have a 2 on this side and negative 14 over here. We could have negative 2 times positive 14. We could have positive 14 on this side and negative 2 on this side. We could even do 28 times negative 1. We could do negative 1 on this side. We could do negative 28 times positive 1. Or we could do 1 times negative 28 on this side. Y'all see all the possibilities of putting different things here? Chap, which one do you want to try? Let's try the first one. Let's put the negative 7 on this side and the positive 4 on this side. And let's test it. 3 times x is 3x squared. Or no, wait. 3x times x is 3x squared. 3x times 4 is a positive 12x. Negative 7 times x is a negative 7x. And then negative 7 times positive 4 is a negative 28. Combine our like terms, and we get 3x squared plus 5x minus 28. It magically works the first time we tried. But are we going to be that lucky every time? No. For example, if I were to put the negative 7 over here and a positive 4 over here, we'd get totally different results. If any of these, you could switch. You could have negative 4 and positive 7, or positive 7 and negative 4. But each time you're going to get a wrong answer. There's only one way to solve this problem. One way only. Y'all see what I'm talking about? And do you see all the different trial and errors? Those of you that can sit there and figure out the patterns and kind of manipulate the thing to work, probably, I'm just going on a limb here, enjoy doing puzzles, solving puzzles. And I'm not talking about solving mysteries. I'm talking about puzzles. Like you said, you know, the nails that are attached and you're supposed to undo them or something like that. I'm curious because I ask my students this all the time. Those of you that enjoy this or it comes easy to, I've often wanted to give you those kind of puzzles and see if you can figure that out. Or some of these other type book puzzles and everything. It's just a different set of brains that work on this. I don't know. I'm not real good at that. All right, any questions? Are we understanding this? It's really just more work. Let's do 2 more. All right, so look at 7. 7's different. Now we have 6x squared plus, what is that? 5x minus 4. Okay, we have this time a positive sign and a negative sign here. So the factors over here are probably going to have to be a positive and negative for them to, you know, when multiply, get you a negative here. But notice this is a plus sign. Notice this is a 6. Unlike the 3, where it's just either 3 times 1 or 1 times 3, now we've got other choices. In this case, it could be 6 times 1, 1 times 6. It could be 2 times 3, or 3 times 2. Remember, no negatives on this side. So it could be one of those going into here. Yes.
Can they add it?
No. Well, you're going to be doing like you did up here. I mean, so it's involved, but because whatever I put here, it's going to be multiplied. And you could, do you see how many trial and errors we could be doing with this one? We could put a 6 here and a 1 here, or 1 and 6, or 2 and 3, or 3 and 2, and it's going to mess with this one. So let's figure these out now. To get a -4, we could do -1 times +4, or we could have the +4 here and the -1 here. We could have a +1 and -4 on this side. Or you could have -2 and +2 on that side, or you could have the +2 and the -2 on this side.
At least it's less than the others.
It's definitely less factors than that one. But we got to figure out which combination, when worked together, is going to give us just a +5x. So let's just guess. Sophia, which one of these do you want to try first? All right, she wants to put 2x here and 3x here. She's just trying this one. Okay, so then we got to figure out which combination over here is going to work. So let's see. Ariel, which one of these do you want to try? And it's okay if you're wrong, by the way. Huh? Negative, she wants to try this. I swear, if y'all get this right the first time. So we're going to try -2 here and +2 here. I mean, we could switch them, but let's try. So 2x times 3x is 6x squared. 2x times +2 is 4x. -2 times +3x is -6x. And then -2 times +2 is -4. If we combine our like terms, we get 6x squared minus 2x minus 4. Whoops. That does not give us +5. So I can go ahead and, but then we got to ask, well, which one was wrong? There's so many combinations. You got to sit there and figure out, do I need to do this, that? So we know that these two won't work together, but it's not saying this one's okay, but this isn't, and vice versa. So let's come up with another combination. Anyone want to guess this one, this side? Do we use the same one or do we use a different one? Franz?
1 times 6.
You want to do 1 times 6? Okay, it's making me crazy, but I'll do the 6x over here.
Okay.
Okay, we're going to try that one. Does someone want to guess one over here? Someone different. Ariel? I mean, you already had a chance. Valeria? Okay, let's try -4 and and +1. So she said -4 and 1, so let's try it. We have 6x squared. And then we have 1x times 1 is just 1x. -4 times +6x is negative what? 24x. And then -4 times 1 is -4. We combine like terms, and we get 6x squared minus 23x minus 4. Nope, that won't work. Hold on. Does anyone have another combination they want to try? And I'm going to do it right here. Hold on, give someone else a chance. Sophia, do you know something? Keith? Do y'all want to, I mean, is there anything over here? Try the same ones again, different combination?
Try, just reverse that, guys. 6 and 1.
You want to try 6 and 1? And then what about over here? Anyone? Franz?
Reverse that one, maybe?
Which one?
The one that from the last problem.
So,
Plus 1.
okay, but then we're probably going to be getting into the same
no,
thing.
Negative 1 and positive 4.
Okay, let's figure it out. 6x, that'd be 6x squared plus 24x minus 1x minus 4. So if we combine like terms, we'd be getting 6x squared plus 23x minus 4. And that doesn't work either.
So then keep the 6 and 1 and try positive 2 first one and try negative 2 second.
Okay, so he wants to try 6x and 1x and do which one?
Positive 2 in the first one and negative 2.
He wants to try positive 2 and negative 2. That give me 6x squared minus 12x plus 2x minus 4. That would end up getting us 6x squared minus 10x minus 4. So that doesn't work. Anyone besides Franz? No, you got anything? That's a lot of trial and error. So I'm still on number 7, continued. You want me to show y'all?
Well, can we try one more time? No. Don't show me.
All right, Franz, which of the first ones do you want to try?
3x and 2.
Wait, where am I? You want 3x and 2x. What about the second one?
Still me?
Anyone? So he's wanting to put 3x and 2x. What would I put for the second one?
4 and negative 1.
4 and negative 1. We haven't. Let's try it. That would get us 6x squared minus 3x plus 8x minus 4. Combine like terms, and I have 6x squared plus 5x minus 4. And that checks. So here is your answer.
That was so relieving. Just to get that one.
Do you see?
Why are we doing this?
Because you got to learn it.
I like the other one.
I got one more for you.
Are we gonna do a lot?
17. 6x squared plus 3x minus 30.
Can we do the small things for Wednesday?
No. Y'all should get here earlier. 6x squared plus 3x minus 30. What's the first thing I do? Chap?
Find the factors of 6.
Well,
Really? Is that the first thing I do?
Factor of 3.
Very good. Do they have something in common?
oh.
Very good. We take out the 3. 6x squared divided by 3 is 2x squared plus x, or we can say 1x, minus 10. Now, we're going to factor these out. So this time, what are we factoring here? It's just going to be 2 times 1 or 1 times 2, right? 2 times 1 or 1 times 2. Okay, isn't that going to be nice? That's better than the 6, right? That we did earlier. And then, what are the factors to get negative 10? Keep in mind, we want a positive middle number. So this one's going to have to be 1 negative, 1 positive. We can do negative 2 times 5, or 5 times negative 2. We can do negative 5 times positive 2, positive 2 times negative 5, 1 times negative 10, negative 10 times 1, positive 10 times negative 1, negative 1 times positive 10. So, here we can go ahead and put 2x and x. What do we put here? Think about it, think about it, think about it, and someone give me a guess. Chat? Negative 5 and positive 2? All right, let's check, because we want to get it back to this right here. Don't forget that 3. I have 2x squared. 2x times 2 is 4x, negative 5x, and negative 10. Combine like terms, negative 1x minus 10. That doesn't work because of this negative, but you are close. So let's try again. Yes, sir? What?
You said it was close, right?
Well, look, this is a negative 1x. We're trying to get a positive 1x.
What if you keep the numbers from the last one, but just switch the signs?
So, what should I have right here then?
Positive 5 and negative 2.
Let's try that. Let's switch the signs. Do you see that? He kept the numbers there, but switched the signs. This time I get 2x squared, negative 4x, plus 5x, minus 10. Combine the like terms, and we have a winner. And they check. So this is your answer. Y'all see this? Any questions? All right, you're going to do page 418. Let's see. And do 10 problems. Numbers 4 through 22. Even. There you go.
For everybody?
Yep. It's Wednesday. Thursday, quiz. Friday, IXL, do Friday.